the further we get into Gilmore Girls, the less nice things I'm going to have to say about Christopher. But I do understand that this character does have his fans, and so I'm going to be fair to him in this video and talk about how Series 2 is his strongest season of the entire show. A lot more work is done to make him more likeable and endearing, mostly down to the fact that they have him settle with a career and home, as his main issue up until this point has been not having a specific goal in life, which is why Lorelai really wanted him to get his act together, and thankfully he seems to have done that, wanting to be a more active presence in their life, and shows up quite a bit across the season. For me, I more so prefer the fact that he's trying to do better with Rory as her father, not only finally buying her that encyclopedia she wanted, but also agreeing to take part in one of Emily's ridiculous functions to try and please Richard.
Last chance to shimmy down the drain pipe.
Do me a favor?
Anything.
Just don't let me fall.
Right back at you.
Not to mention when he learns about Rory's injury following the crash with Jess, he drops everything to make sure she's okay, and it's incredibly likeable behaviour. It's things like this that really help to sell the relationship between him and Lorelai. You can see why they're attracted to each other, and it's not just blind obsession. But given that she's now single this season following her breakup with Max, why doesn't she end up with Christopher now he's got his life sorted?
Really have to get back.
To work?
And to someone.
Oh.
Well, part of his scheme to sort himself out was forming a long-term relationship. And that introduces us to the character of Sherry, who I really struggle to decide what I'm supposed to think of her, as later seasons will retcon her into a more explicit antagonistic figure we're supposed to dislike. Here, however, it's a bit more complex, as she really wants to get to know Rory as part of her relationship with Christopher, and really wants to basically become, for all intents and purposes, a stepmother.
But I do desperately want to get to know Rory.
Well, sure, she's a great kid.
And that's okay with you?
Yeah, that's fine.
Oh, I'm so glad to hear that. Look, I just want you to know that you should not feel like you need to get to know me. Oh, at all.
If anything, it reads more like she's trying to be respectful of Lorelai's wishes, given how Max and Chris had no contact, so she assumes that's just what she wants. So she does at least seem to mean well, at least in this season. It does give the effect of Lorelai sometimes coming off a bit paranoid and unlikable because of her jealousy, but I think this is still the point where we can still root for her even if she does have some negative character traits. Regardless about how invested Sherry is in the romance with Christopher, it's clear that he isn't that keen, so when it seems that the slightest bit of rockiness ends up happening, he's quick to jump ship and immediately start making promises to Lorelai, Rory, even Richard and Emily that he's going to be sticking around, and he and Lorelai do the thing that I can't talk about or show you. So it seems that the Gilmore family is finally going to reconcile and be complete. That is until he discovers that Sherry is in fact pregnant. I will give credit to Christopher that his choice is going to be incredibly difficult given how desperate he is to make things work with Lorelai and Rory.
I don't know what to do. I was so happy last night, and now...
Yeah.
And thus the season ends with both Lorelai and Rory a bit melancholy about not being with the people that they want to be with and uncertain of the future. Thank you for watching. If you haven't already, please support the channel by hitting subscribe, turning on notifications, liking and commenting, and I'll see you next time.
If you're okay going with her, just say, sorry, Leonard, we got company, I have to call you back.
Sorry, Leonard, we've got company. We'll have to call you back.
Oh, okay. Bye.